Hello, people. This is John back again with another episode of How to Lose Money. Today, we're going to be looking at another case of someone putting their eggs all in one basket, and we are going to see the lovely results that they have to live with. Okay, let's roll. All right, hey, before we get rolling, if you are new to this channel and you feel like maybe liking or subscribing, I'd really appreciate it. I'm trying to get this channel rolling. If you get in now, if you get in right now, you can ride this thing up to the top with me. Just one day at a time, folks. All right, but let's get down to business. Let's check out this next loss. Okay, folks, check it out. What this person did was pretty silly. I'm definitely assuming they just didn't think through the consequences of putting on a trade like this. So let's check it out. YOLO update from Panicky Lemur. Loss porn 1500 SPY, which is an index, okay? 0 DTE, which means 0 day to expiration. And basically what that means is that the contracts, the option contracts they purchased in this case, they expired that day. So there's literally no more time to hold these things. They expire that day. And then he purchased the 445 call. So bought today at 10:30, sold to close at 12:30. So 2 hours later, this person lost $39,000, 2 hours. I mean, that is unbelievable. Added 100 more contracts to try to average down. Bad idea. FUK me. This was not house money. This is my savings. Honestly, if that's true, this really is sad. I like to joke around, but you know, if that really is the case, that really is unfortunate. And man, I feel for you. And obviously, this is going to be a pretty disgusting lesson that you have to learn, but we've all been there, or at least some have. Excuse me, I'm going to go throw up again. I completely understand that. I would be throwing up myself. I mean, we're talking that's a paycheck, a yearly annual paycheck for a lot of people. So at least he has some money left, though. At least he has about 18 grand left. So hey, you could throw it all in another trade, see what happens. Maybe you get that 39,000 back. Just kidding. So let's take a look at this here. Well, there's not too much more to look at here. So anyways, let's dive into this trade. Let me pull up the charting here. Okay, here's our fancy charting. So this is the SPY. Anyhow, I marked here this vertical line. That was at 10:30 when this gentleman said he entered his position. So at the beginning of this candle, this gentleman, what he did, so you can see here, where's the price at around here? It's at about 445. So, just between 445 and 444. So it's at about 444.2. This gentleman purchased 1,500 of these 445 strike call options. So what that basically meant, folks, is that this guy wanted the stock to go up, and if it didn't go up, he's completely screwed, because the contracts that he purchased expire at the end of the day over here. So if that stock didn't go up and get close to 445 and above it, which you could see it easily could have. So it wasn't the craziest gamble in terms of picking that direction. It's just how much money he put down. But if that would have happened, he could have made a little money, okay? But the problem is it went completely against him, making these call options worthless. And that was apparent pretty quick, and they would have become literally worthless at the end of the day. So he ended up, like, I think it was losing over 70% of his money. And so he bought these right here, and he quickly realized, oh darn it, it's coming back down to the lows of the day. And he ended up selling at 12 o'clock, so right when this candle started, right in here. So he said, no, it's coming down to the lows. This is not looking good. What are the odds that it's going to come all the way back up, get through this resistance, and get above 445? And so he decided to close his position. So what are the big mistakes here, folks? Number one big mistake here is the strategy, okay? This gentleman is buying options. Now, I'm not necessarily opposed at all to buying options, but you have to be very disciplined and strict with that and really have a good strategy in place that where you know the stock is very likely going to move. I don't think this gentleman had any good indication this thing is going to move, especially where the SPY is at, because the SPY has just continued to go. I mean, you really, how do you know when it's going to keep going and when it's going to dip a little bit? You would honestly, assuming that it would keep going up is not necessarily bad. It's just if you're trying to make that directional play in such a small time frame of a day, you give yourself 1 day to be right. Well, yeah, that's not going to work. But if he would at least bought in way further out positions and given the S&P 500 more time to take a little dip and keep going, he might have actually made money on these. But again, the problem comes to the strategy. You're buying the options. It's literally most of the time gambling. Now, I like to do some of it, but as like a main strategy, I do not think it is long-term profitable. So that's number one. Number two, why put nearly all your money into it? This guy says it's his savings. I mean, so he lost what, 30 something? So he had an account size of what, like 50 or 60,000. So to put all of your darn money into one trade, this just happens over and over again with these people. And it blows my mind how people can be so silly to do this. It's just such a big mistake. Man, put up $1,000, put up $500. Just do one contract. I mean, you need to get the hang of this. Maybe he went on a little win streak and got cocky and said, oh, you know what? I'm going to lay the whole account down. I don't know. But at the end of the day, huge mistake putting all your darn money into one trade. Okay, people, I hope you enjoyed this second video in this series of how to lose money. Hopefully everyone learned a lesson. I know I'm learning some lessons as I watch these. It makes me smack myself around, not do anything stupid, because it's easy, so easy to do stupid things. And it's harder to do smart things in the stock market and dealing with money because everything's so emotional. Anyhow, if you enjoyed, maybe think about liking and subscribing. I don't know. If you feel like it, if you want to support this awesome channel, I'd really appreciate it. And yeah, free hugs for everyone. I don't know how we're going to get them to you. We'll do virtual hugs. All right. But have a good one, folks. I will see you very soon.